Hey YouTube, this is Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. This is just an update on what we've been doing prepping around our property lately, the last day or two. So we improved our fire pit here. This is our fire pit. We had our first fire of the season last night, campfire. And here's what we're doing with gardening. Excuse the background noise. Neighbors are, well, kind of neighbors if you call it that, are adding onto their chicken coop because they're preppers too. Anyway, this is one of the beds we're doing in the hugelkultur method, which is all the logs and stuff and the grass and all the clippings, compost, all that kind of stuff like that. You can see a bunch of leaves under there. I threw some mushroom compost garden mix in there also, and then this is just some topsoil that we're adding from around our property. And then I'm going to put it, see, it's just one board high right now. I'm going to add another board and then top it off with some mushroom compost topsoil garden mix. So far, also we're doing this little thing where we're trying to collect rocks around and make our pathways between our raised beds, so it'll look nice. This raised bed we topped off with a little bit of soil. You see some onions coming up. That's just stuff I left in there last, over the year that grew all winter and stuff. It survived. So, and then we finished this. We topped this bed off. This is ready to be planted. We haven't planted it yet. Here's some stuff that just kind of grew all winter. These are some Brussels sprouts that lots of new growth on top. So I think that'll be really good. We'll just let it grow and hopefully get some Brussels sprouts this year. We didn't get any last year from it. We also finished this bed right here and added the lines, that wet area there you see. We planted some peas along there so they can grow up those vines. This is Little Princess's flower garden, and this pot we just planted basil in today. Over here we planted, in this area right here, we planted lettuce and spinach in. There's our blueberry bush, and then we added this along the front of the porch for flowers. It'll be our flower bed. And then over here we just got stuff randomly growing up. Here's spinach and some Swiss chard left from just last season. It just started growing, and a bunch of feed corn that the squirrels spread around. Some more spinach, stuff like that. So let's go over here. We got this raised bed that is, these green onions are going crazy. They grew all winter. We produced green onions all winter. It's pretty crazy. So I need to trim some of those and use them for cooking. We just brought in 2 yards of topsoil, that garden compost, mushroom compost mix. And then, so we topped off this raised bed with it. There used to be a raised bed right here that was our first one. It was an old one and just kind of rickety. We pulled that up, so we're going to put another raised bed there, and then we're going to put in another one right there. And then over here we're going to put in another raised bed right in this area here, and then maybe another one right here, and then another one right over here, right over there. This bed we topped off, so we topped that off. And I made a mistake last year. We all live and learn. So I pulled up all my herbs and I tossed them over here. Well, now I have an herb hill. So you see all these herbs growing over here, pretty cool. There's some mint right there, and I'm just gonna leave it alone. I think it'll just be our herb hill. Anyway, live and learn. This is that bigger hugelkultur bed we finished. We topped it off. This is a 4 foot by 10 foot bed, so it's a pretty big bed, and it's also dug down about 2 feet underground with all the logs and stuff in there, so it's pretty tall. That's ready to be planted. And like I said, we're gonna make another raised bed right there. This raised bed we moved from another location, and that is planted with Jerusalem artichokes about 2 weeks ago. So I don't know, pretty soon maybe. This is that other raised bed you guys have seen before. That is planted in potatoes. And that is a BB gun, so don't freak out, people. And then this raised bed was also topped off, and we planted potatoes a couple weeks ago. So potatoes, and then over here we got our little tires that I was going to pull them up because it's just kind of ugly, but whatever. So I planted some butternut squash in there today, and some butternut squash in there today. So let me see, that's kind of what we've been doing lately. Like I said, we got some more raised beds to add in, and yeah, just kind of looking around. Finish this hugelkultur bed off, and then start planting some more. This is just a little leftover of the 2 yards. That's what's left over from our 2 yards of topsoil mushroom compost mix. So not much. So we ended up using it all. So pretty cool. We're doing the things. We're gardening, and we're going to be bringing in a bunch more stuff for making new raised beds, some more topsoil mushroom compost mix. And yeah, I encourage you guys to grow your own food, please. Self-reliance, self-sufficiency, self-sustainability, all those words that include self. Taking care of yourself, producing things for yourself, providing food for your family instead of relying on somebody else to do it. Much better quality, organic, all those kind of things. And you learn how to grow your own food. So if a big bad situation goes down, you're good to go, right? Yeah, good to go. So anyway, I love you guys. I hope you're prepping a little every day, and I hope you are prepping out of peace of mind, not out of fear. We don't do fear porn here. So yeah, have a wonderful day. Here, I'll show you the beautiful blue sky today. It's really pretty out here today. So yeah, love you guys, and blessings to you and yours.